doing it at night. If you're not on your shit, I highly recommend you just quit and watch what happens. It's not going to happen in 2 months, 3 months, but I give it a year, 2 years, you'll be shocked because guess how my YouTube channel started? Stone cold fucking sober.
Yep.
And I'm just saying this because I'm guilty. I get it. I understand. I've been there. I'm here right now. I just smoked. You know why? Because I fucking can. And I'm chilling out. I'm good. But I don't smoke every day. I don't drink every day. Do I like to get down? Sure. Once in a while. Absolutely. I'm about it. I like to have a good time.
Moderation.
We got to live a little. But I highly recommend if anybody listening, maybe I'm just stoned. I don't know. But I'm telling you, at least for me and the people in my life, remember the successful friends I told you about?
Yeah.
Every one of them, when they got successful, how they became successful? Laser focused.
Focus.
Nothing. Nothing. And they used to get mad at me when I first got sober the first time because I would go hang out still, once I was done with all my shit after my 2 jobs and my skateboarding career. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So because they almost get offended, these people you hang out with. So you might also have to stop, obviously not stop smoking that with them. Just you might even have to kind of put it at a distance because change is scary. I'm gonna leave it with that. But if you can just go fucking stone cold sober, not only will you learn a lot about yourself, you're gonna learn a lot about the people around you, and I guarantee if you do it long enough, you're gonna have nothing but thoughts that you've just been drowning or smoking or
Exactly.
drowning and smoking. I don't know what you're up to. You could be doing some crazy shit. I highly recommend you stop, at least for a while,
Exactly.
until you're chilling. Because I'm gonna be real. Let's keep it 101 Dalmatians here. Let's be real here. You made a video saying 10K or less is broke, and I said if I only had 10K, I wouldn't even be on this live stream, even though I'm on my job. I'm not plugging my YouTube channel because I don't have to. I'm performing. I don't need to do that. When you perform and you do well, people are going to notice and they're going to do it for you. So, yeah, am I a little zooted right now on a live stream with the big Ward himself? Yeah, I'm having a great time. But at the same time, I'm also on my job. I'm gonna end with this. This was my day today. I woke up when I felt like it, which was actually 8:30 in the morning. I chilled for a little bit. I had a nice breakfast. I went down to my local spot. I kicked it for like 30 minutes, just chilled because I can. Then you know what I did? I went and saw my dad, who's in a nursing home, dementia. Okay, I shaved his face real quick, wiped his ass, gave him a kiss, went to the gym, worked out for about 45 minutes. You don't need to be there for 2 hours. That's a waste of time. Unless you're fat, then do a lot of cardio. No offense. I'm being honest. And you'll thank yourself later, too. Then after that, I came home, I kicked it again. Then guess what? I fucking did YouTube shit for like 4 hours. Got done. I said, I'm going to go to the skate park, get some cardio in, and I'm going to have fun because I enjoy it. Did that for like 2 hours, ate shit on concrete. It was a great time. Came home, showered. I'm on live with you. Then when I got off live with you the first time, then I smoked my joint. And then I got so stoned, I felt like coming on here and saying, hey, there's one trick in life. It's called being sober. It fucking works. I guarantee you, I promise you, it'll be the best thing you've ever done with your life.
Exactly.
Give it a year, 2 years, give it 1 year, and then you probably won't even want to ever go back. And if you do, you'll just do it on the weekend or here and there. It'll be a once in a while where it's like you get excited for it again, like you're 17 and you're hotboxing with the boys.
Right. Right.
I mean, not that everybody's done that. I'm just, that's how I lived at one point. So, anyways, that's all I wanted to really say.
I appreciate it. All right. Let's see. Miss Glorious, are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm sorry. Look, I'm in my pajamas, so I can't get him on camera. But I'm, Jack was a
You in
little bit of
pajamas? What are you doing?
Yes, yes. It's a different time here.
Okay.
So,
Where you from?
um, I'm from DC.
Okay.
It's not that different. It's not that late, but yes, I am in pajamas. Um, so I just wanted to say, like the other young lady who was on the before me, I so happened to come across one of your videos. I really don't want to say which one because it was kind of funny and ironic, but yeah, I've got to say it since I said something. I came across the first video I came across was the uh, how to know if somebody you're dealing with is down low. It
Right.
yeah, yeah, that was one.
But it's true though.
Yeah. So I found it interesting and intriguing, and then I just started binge watching your videos um, because I found it compelling. I'm a I'm a widow now, but I've been married most of my adult life. So, and I have daughters. And I would teach my daughters some of the things that you say, but you said it in a harsh way. I got to admit it. Some of the things were very, very harsh. And I was like, I don't know if I want to listen. Wait a minute, I'm gonna turn it up. I said, I don't know if I want to listen to this. I don't know. But I did. I ended up listening to it. And they were very direct about the modern woman, and I just wanted to tell you to keep doing what you're doing. I know it's hard, and I know you say you get a lot of flack for that, but I think it resonates. It doesn't just resonate with the men. It's something that the men need, and I understand it in today's time is times are different and difficult, but it's also something that women need to hear as well. It may hurt, but it's something that they need to hear. So I appreciate that, and I'm not, you know, I know it's hard. Um, a- and another thing, she said something about Kevin Samuels. Um, I, for one, appreciated a lot of things that Kevin Samuels said, and I know I'm not in the norm when it comes to that. I know I'm not. I get a lot of flack. I get the people look side eyeing me, like even my daughters. But some of the things, I do, understand why he was saying what he's saying. He didn't. Maybe he shouldn't have said it in the way he did, but it got across, got the message across. Um, I do have a question for you. I'm talking on and on. I do have a question for you. I wanted to kind of segue into your views on modern women, and what do you think that there's any hope, um because I believe that women in my generation did our daughters a disservice, not teaching them how to be wives, not teaching them how to be women, young ladies first. So do you think that there's any hope?
For modern women,
Yeah.
whew,
Because you say you would never want to be in a relationship, and that's one thing that I noticed that you say you never want to be in a relationship. You don't condone or you don't believe in, modern marriage or anything like that, or So, do you think that there's any hope for?
yeah. Okay. Great question.
Mm,
There's hope, very small, and it's for what I call modern, old school women. Women of today with old school mindset. If they got today's mindset, no hope. Ain't worth time of the day. None. No hope. Too much poison. Too much sexy red. Too much Instagram. Too many beta males, men telling them anything they want to hear. For the modern minded woman, not just modern as in a woman in today's time, because you got women in today's time that think like older women. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yes.
So I always say there's still some good women left. Ain't many. And the good women I'm talking about are women that are living today, but they got an old school mindset. And that go for men too. The modern man ain't hitting no shit. He's soft, feminine, 50-50 on bills, even if he can afford to pay all the bills for his own wife. I ain't talking about some random chick he just met. To my paying her bill, he don't live with her. I'm talking about the modern man. If he ain't got an old school mind, which I'm trying to instill in these guys now. My granddad, I want to be like him. I don't want to be like no man nowadays. I want to be like R. Kelly. None of you guys.
Yeah.
P. Diddy. I want to be like my granddad. That's the man I'm trying to mold myself after. Not none of you guys I see walking around here today. Tight pants on, or either the pants sagging. I ain't doing that. A man letting a woman run the household. I got to check with my wife. No. I'm a leader.
Yeah.
My wife gonna come to me asking me for advice because she know that dude know what he talking about.
Yeah, and,
leader.
and a lot of people didn't have that kind of relationship or wasn't privy to that kind of relationship, and I'm so thankful that you know, for me, I was married to an alpha male, so and that's something that you learn to appreciate. You don't think you appreciate it because you feel like, you know, you hear everybody saying, "Well, I'm not gonna have a man telling me what to do," and da 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 da. You know, in these modern times, but I learned to appreciate it, and I appreciate it more now that he's gone. But you know, I appreciated the fact that, you know, he was the type of person who would say, you know, I mean, I would have to bounce things through him. And I willingly did so. But he promoted that. We lived that. And
Yeah.
now I'm rearing my daughter. Well, my daughters are grown now, but you know, they've saw that. So I'm thankful that they have a mindset of they're modern women, but they have an older woman mindset, you know.
Right.
So, you know, they have older woman values because they, you know, I tried to gear them in the right direction. Um, but let me ask, because you said something about chivalry. I watched another one of your videos about chivalry, and in so you think that like holding doors and stuff like that. I saw that you were saying that no, you don't think you would do that anymore, because of the attitude of some women, and I think that I understand your point of view. I mean, I think it's sad. I think that it's sad that we've gotten to that point, that women have become like so like nasty and not appreciative of of things like that, and then complain about the fact that they're not getting that.
Right.
So, you know, I just, the way you said it was like, I was like, dang.
And I do, like I said, I do hold the door for women. I believe in chivalry. But for some women, not all of them. Some women, hey, I don't see them. They don't see me. I don't see them. I'm just keeping it real with you. And that's the way they want it. I don't want it like that. Most men don't want it like that. That's the way they want it, and that's the way I'm gonna give it to them. You got to give the people, as the OJ say, you got to give the people what they want. They want it like
Yeah.
that. That's the way I'm gonna give it to them. They don't want me to hold the door open for them. I ain't gonna hold it. They don't want me to change the flat tire for them. I ain't gonna change it.
So
Got to give
what
the
do you
people what they
about,
want.
what do you think about men? Was, I don't know, from the male perspective. Well, I did get like a nasty comment one time. I commented on one of your videos, and I they said, I said, well, I appreciate hearing things from a male perspective. And the guy, I don't know what I guess he got mad. He was like, well, it's the truth. What do you mean male perspective? You must be one of those, you know. He just went down the whole gamut. I'm like, yeah, okay, it's not that serious.
So imagine what
Um,
I deal with in the comment section.
yeah, I can imagine. But I just, what do you think about like it seems as if the men have some kind of hate toward women now.
Yeah.
Or and I guess women do too, but I see it a lot in men. I see it a lot. They have a disdain for women now. And do you think that'll change? Or can it change?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. The type of man that hates a woman, you don't want it to change because you don't want him no way. he ain't the man you want anyway. The type of woman that hates a man is the type of woman a man don't want anyway, don't need him. So that man that hates women, all I suggest for you to do is to stay away from him. Don't worry about if he changed. You don't need to know what he ain't no value nowhere. He's a low value man. A man that hates not just women, that hates anybody is low value.
Yeah.
You can't stoop so low to let somebody make you hate them. So if a man's out there that's hating a woman, don't check for him. Don't worry about him. Let him go and stay over there and hate women. And I'm telling you the same thing that I'm telling men. If a woman hates you, don't want a man, don't want you to open the door for it, don't do it. If she hate men, let her hate them. If he hate women, let him hate women. Just don't deal with it. Don't try to change it. It ain't gonna change. You didn't call it, you can't fix it. Make sense?
Well, it makes sense. Thank you, and congratulations on your growing channel. Like I'm very new too. I mean, really, really new. Maybe a day or two, and I've been binge watching your videos. So congratulations, and just keep hitting hard. That's all I can say. It hurts. It hurts. Some of it hurts, but yeah, but just keep hitting hard.
And I want to say one thing before you leave.
Mm-hmm.
You said that you had an alpha husband.
I did.
And a lot of women say they're not gonna let a man tell them what to do, right?
Yeah.
And you like, ain't nothing wrong, really nothing wrong with that. It's not anything wrong with a man telling a woman what to do when he telling her right.
Right.
But a man on some bullshit, don't listen to him.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
When I tell women, when I'm suggesting that a woman listen to a man, it's to a man to know what the hell he's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to listen to a man that don't know what he's talking about, so I'm not suggesting that a woman listen to him. It's some men don't know what the hell they're talking about. Sometimes I don't.
But I mean, I say that kind of, reluctantly, unfortunately, because we have a society who really does look down on that. I mean, even though I was married for quite a long time and my husband was that way, I still feel a little bit of, reluctance to say that because of the way people look at it from the outside, unfortunately. But my husband was that way, but of course, and he led me in the right way. I mean, the advice he gave me, the things he told me, um, you know, the way he spoke to me was in edifying ways.
Right.
But he was no bull. I mean, I gotta say it. He was a man's man, and he would tell it like it is. If I got, and if I got sidetracked, he'd be the first one to let me know, you a little sidetracked. You going out the house, and no, you're not going out the house like that. No, no, you're not. You ain't going out the
Really?
house like that. And you ain't going out the house with, I mean, he was a stickler, but he would say it in a nice way. You ain't going out the house with bonnet rollers in your hair. You ain't going out. You represent me. Wherever you go, you represent me. And that's the way he carried it. I've learned to appreciate it. He um he gave me respect, but he also demanded respect.
Exactly.
So, but anyway.
So I really appreciate you showing up, and I hope you come back again.
Well, thank you.
All right, I appreciate you.
Bye-bye.
And next time, don't have no pajamas so we can see you.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
you sound wonderful, so we want to see you.
But thank you. Thank you.
All right, you have a good night, okay?
You too. Bye-bye.
Call me Shape.
What's up, my brother? Can you
What's
hear
up,
me?
man? Thank you for holding on. Thank you for waiting.
It's all good, man. Appreciate you for having me. I'm a YouTuber just like you, and I found your page, and I was happy because I can include some of your work into my channel.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, because you said how women don't know how to appreciate. They don't know, like women want a high value man, but they don't know what a high value man actually is. And I was like, yo, that's a good take. Because you were saying like how a high value man is a man who actually values the woman.
I watched that video. I watched that when you did. I watched that video.
You like that video?
I watched it.
Appreciate it. Yeah, because I got friend zone recently because I'm old school. Like, man, I lived a player life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was a model photographer for damn near almost 10 years. You know what I'm saying? I was shooting models, doing magazine work, like all types of stuff. Like I was like the apprentice for like a celebrity photographer in New York. And like it showed me how much like when you're surrounded by beautiful women, you could attract more and more women. You know what I'm saying? But I kind of got bored of it after a while. You know what I'm saying? Like you think when you're younger, you want to sleep with a beautiful girl and oh man, it's exciting. It's exciting. And then when you do it a million times, it just loses its appeal to you, you know? So recently I've been more on some like, man, you know what? I'm gonna settle down. I'm gonna get me a little girlfriend. And I was out there trying to do the right thing, be the nice guy. You know what I'm saying? When I'm used to being like
Yeah.
the bad boy. You feel me? And this girl friend zoned me. And I was like, what? Like, you feel me? And I came across one of your videos and I was like, it
The
really
nice
resonated
guy.
with me. Yeah, because like I was not like usually me, like I'm so used to girls like if I take a girl on a date, I'm trying to escalate it sexually right away. Like if I can't smash the first night, I'm trying to smash the second night, like that type of thing. But this girl, I was playing it nice with her. Like I was, you know, I didn't make a move on her, didn't go for the first kiss, none of that stuff. And boy, when she told me like after the second date, when I was trying to plan the third date, she was like, I look at you like a friend. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like, yo, I ain't never had no one ever tell me that before. You're like, you know what I'm saying? Like it bothered me, yo. So I started I'm a YouTuber. So I've been doing YouTube for like 5 years now. Right. I got like almost 4,000 subs. Like initially I started it to document my life as a photographer. Then COVID hit. Then I lost like all my business like went to the ground. You know what I'm saying? Because models weren't linking up. Hairstyles weren't linking up. Like nobody was coming together to do work. Everyone's like, you know what I'm saying, sheltering in place.
Right.
So I had to switch careers. I'm actually a personal trainer now. I started working out. Like when most people were just sitting home doing nothing, I couldn't do nothing. I was like, nah, man, I got to do something. So I started working out. You know, and now I fell in love with it so much I became a personal trainer. And so I had to switch my YouTube to kind of just focus on like female dynamics, like red pill kind of stuff, like female nature, male nature kind of stuff. So when you
Right.
had that girl on, I was appreciating her talking about like Kevin Samuels because I did some reaction videos on Kevin Samuels and they went viral. You know what I'm saying? They got like 100,000 views. It kind of took my page off. It went wild and crazy. So it kind of helped me like get monetized on YouTube. But anyway, I want to really just chime in and say that I really like the fact that you said that girls don't know how to value. Like they don't know what a real high value man is. And a high value man for them is someone that's going to value them. And I think that's the exact problem. Like I think women, it's like this. It's like girls, they want a man that doesn't respect them. Right? Like if you give a girl too much respect, she'll lose respect for you, unfortunately. Like it shouldn't be that way, right? But
Weird.
it's weird. It's like when I talk to multiple girls, because I'm on like Hinge, right? I go on Hinge, I'm dating multiple girls. Like I'm single, you know what I'm saying? I'm 36, I'm from New Jersey. And so it's nothing for me to get girls, you know, and that's why I kind of got bored of it. But the girls that I talk to, if I don't pay them too much attention, they chase after me. And the girls that I really want, they like dub me. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And it's like, it's turning me into a person now where it's like, damn, I gotta like, the best thing I could do now is just like focus on myself, like go completely monk mode and just grind. And like, I seen that you posted like all the time. Like when I started following you, I see like, yo, you post like 3-4 times a day. You know what I'm saying? So that's been like my new grind now, just constantly posting, you know, and not focusing on women, because at the end of the day, you lose a lot of money chasing women, but you'll never lose women chasing money. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
I want to ask you this question though, because I'm doing this reaction video right now on this one girl who they're complaining that men are unserious and unintentional, right? Like, oh, men are unserious and unintentional. And when I was listening to her live stream about her video about it, what she was really saying was like the guys that she want, like the guys that she go after, they don't try to take her on dates. They don't call her. They don't respond to her text messages. And I'm like, yo, that guy doesn't like you. You feel me? But she's head over heels for him. You feel me? And she's
Right.
and her thought as a woman is men need to start playing with women, they need to change their behavior. They need to step it up, right? And my mind is like, there's a lot of, and she's a beautiful black woman. I'm like, there's a lot of black men that would love to take you on a date,
She don't
but
want
you
them.
ignore them. You only focus on the guys that ain't respond to your calls. Like, she even talked about a time where, because she's like a famous YouTuber too. She talked about a time where this one dude hit her up like, yo, I'm in your city. What's good? Like, I want to see you. And she was like, yeah, I'm down to see you. You know, and he was like, all right. She was like, but as long as you plan something, let's see each other. And he was like, all right, well, my hotel is right over here. You know what I'm saying? And she blocked him. She got mad at him and blocked him. And I'm like, yo, like, this guy just wants to hook up with you. You know what I'm saying? And you're mad at him instead of focusing on the guys that actually want to date you and be with you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like girls really don't know how to, you know what I'm saying? What's a high value man? You feel me? Like, I don't know. I'm talking like a lot. You know what I'm saying? I see the comments, people like, what the hell's going on? But
Man, stay out them comments, man. Them folks
yeah. So, but the point I was trying to make, because you know, I'm an interactive person, but the point I'm trying to make is like, at 36 years old, what I'm realizing now for sure is that women don't know how to choose properly. You feel me? The nice guy is boring to them, and it doesn't give them that emotional, you know what I'm saying, roller coaster that they're chasing after. But that's the guy that they should really be with, because they could fix this whole dating problem. If women would just date the nice guy that's not toxic, it's not exciting, you know what I'm saying, he's loyal, he stays down, a lot of our dating issues will go away. But how can you be a nice guy if girls going to friend zone you? Girls reward bad behavior. They reward the guys that are mistreating them. Like I told you, like, girls chase after me when I ignore them. You know what I'm saying? And then when I treat them properly, they friend zone me. You feel me? So it's like, it's what do you think is going to encourage me to do? Keep being a nice guy? Keep getting friend zoned? Or it's going to encourage me to, you know what? I'm going to focus on my business. I'm going to focus on my grind. I'm going to build muscle in the gym. Like, I'm going to be so selfish, so narcissistic. You know what I'm saying? That, and I'm not even going to think about you. And that's going to make you want me the most. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like, what's your thoughts on that? Like, how not to become toxic in a world that rewards toxic?
Well, first you got to, no matter how modern we call women nowadays, right? They still have their natural instinct given to them by nature. They have a natural instinct to want to be protected and provided for. Now we're going to talk about protection.
Mm-hmm.
They look at a man that's really nice as weak. Not towards her, but he's going to be weak towards the enemy, who he's supposed to be protecting her from. Oh, nice ass, friendly ass dude. You done seen them talk TV shows or movies or in real life. It usually be white guys, whatever. Some big old guy walk up to him and punch him and he don't fight, you know. And a woman she looking at a nice guy like, is this guy being able to protect me? So now he weak. She looking at you as not just cause you're nice. Cause a woman don't want to be treated badly. We get it misunderstood that women want somebody to treat them like shit. No, that ain't what they want. But they don't want them nice. I said earlier, but you gotta have balance. You gotta be good and bad. You gotta know when to be good, when to be bad. You can't just be all good and you can't be all bad. It's a time and a place for everything. The nice guy has the tendency of thinking he's supposed to be nice all the damn time. When you're nice all the damn time, that's letting her know you're a pushover. If she can push you over, the danger can push you over.
But that's just the initial couple dates, though. Like, girls want chivalry. Like,
no, they don't. Who told you that?
Well, not all girls.
That's a myth.
What
is chivalry?
They say it. Okay, so the chivalry is all bullshit, right? But chivalry is just really romance, right? Women think they want romance. They say they want romance. It'll come out their mouth, but they don't actually respond very well to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you
let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
How many women have you actually heard? Now, you probably, I ain't saying you never heard no woman say that, because I've heard it. How many women have you actually heard come out of their mouth say, I want romance?
Bro, surprisingly, you know what I'm saying? A lot. You feel me? Like, and sometimes I think when girls say it, when I hear a girl say she want romance, I think what she's really trying to say is that like she wants more effort. You know what I'm saying? Rather than just buy me flowers or, you know what I'm saying, take me to dinner. You know what I'm saying? What they want to experience stuff. So, you know, I think girls like this whole idea of being shocked by a mystery and like like stories unfolding, and you know what I'm saying, kind of not the regular. Like I usually, what happens with me is that like,
Let me hold on. I'm gonna save you a lot of time and,
Go ahead.
and confusion. Do you consider yourself a leader?
Absolutely.
Because that's the first thing a woman wants, is a leader. And we hear alpha male a lot on these YouTube streets.
Mhm.
Alpha male. And they're teaching a false, fake version of what an alpha male is. They teaching that an alpha male is the guy that's sleeping with a lot of women. He's alpha. They're making videos on how to sleep with more women, how to be more alpha, how to be, no. Are you a leader? Are there people that depend on you and know that they can depend on you? Are you a guy that don't take shit off nobody? Usually the nice guy takes a lot of shit. Are you a real alpha, not a YouTube alpha? Are you a real alpha? A granddad, 1960, 1970 alpha that don't play the radio? Are you that type of guy? Most likely not. We are modern day leaders. These ain't leaders nowadays.
Well, what
People
do
say
you
they're
feel like?
leaders,
What
but
do
the
you feel
actions
like?
don't show it.
You know, for men, I mean, it's all depends. Like, I'm a personal trainer, so I lead people by my profession, right? A personal trainer is an alpha job. My work is to tell people what to do, to structure their workouts, and some people structure their diet, you know, and essentially their lifestyle, how they're living. And one of my clients, I helped her lose 30 pounds recently. When I started training her, she weighed more than me, and now she weighs less. You know what I'm saying? And I had to get her to trust in me, one, with her money and her resources and her time, and two, in my direction. So for me, a leader is someone that people actually follow you. You feel me? And so, yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm a YouTube alpha for sure. Nah, not at all. But I know what you mean. Like, there's people like, I think Fresh and Fit, I think those guys are YouTube alphas. Like, they understand female nature from a game geek standpoint, where they could tell you about game, like, you know, girls are attracted to this or they're not attracted to that, but they might have never lived a lifestyle where they actually got girls prior to becoming YouTube famous. Like, I'm broke
Right.
still. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm not rich. You know what I'm saying? I'm not someone driving a really expensive car. I live on my own. I can provide for myself. But a girl can never say that the only reason why I got with her because I got money. Like, I date a lot of beautiful women. It's not because I'm rolling in dough. You get what I'm trying to say? So for me, you know, I look at myself as someone who, I'm a natural with women. Like, I never had to chase women my entire life. And that's why when I got friend zoned recently, it was a shock to me because I had to look back and think to myself, bro, when's the last time I got friend zoned? Like, I never even remember being friend zoned. You get what I'm trying to say? I'm the one that usually friend zone girls. But I think the masculine thing you're talking about from the whole granddaddy thing is more or less kind of like that kind of quiet but aggressive dude who will smack you up in your face if you disrespect them. I've learned that you're right. That might have worked back in the day, but nowadays, bro, you know, there's a lot of consequences with having that kind of bravado. You know what I'm saying? So like, I remember in college, because I went to college, like, I got arrested for getting into a fight. You know what I'm saying? And I look back at it now, I'm like, damn, like, that one fight cost me time, energy, money, resources that was wasted just to prove to somebody I wasn't no chump. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not no exit sign. You can't get off on me. You feel me? But just to prove to someone I didn't know that I'm not a chump, I'm not a coward, I'm not a punk, I had to pay a lawyer to get me out of jail. You know what I'm saying? I'm fighting time. Like I had to try not to get kicked off of campus, kicked out of school. Like I had to do so much to prove to somebody that I'm not a coward. That the way I look at being alpha nowadays is being able to walk away from a fight you know you could win. You get what I'm trying to say? Like I box, right? Boxing is like one of my favorite sports. And I'm a boxing coach as well. I'm a personal trainer, but I teach people how to box. And I know most people don't know how to throw a punch for a fact. Like most people have no idea how to throw a punch. They don't know the mechanics of it. They don't know the movement of it. They never thrown it before. You know what I'm saying? If I fight somebody, you know, it's not a fair fight, you know, but I'm of the mindset now that even if I'm in a situation with somebody and I know I could take their head off, like I might let them slide because it's not really worth the time and energy unless they put hands on me. But like just from running their mouth, I'll let that slide. But the old dude, granddaddy alpha that you're talking about, I think he wouldn't let that slide. So I do agree. I'm different in that. Where it's like,
No, granddad didn't fight either.
you think he would let that slide?
No, he didn't fight.
He'd fight him.
No, he didn't
Okay.
fight. He didn't go around slapping people.
Okay, because that's the alpha I'm used to. People used to the kind of the Pookie Ray alpha, right? You step on his shoes.
No, granddad took care of his family. Granddad took care. I'm gonna have to end with this, but granddad took care of family. Granddad didn't let nobody hurt his family. Granddad didn't just go out cause somebody said something to him and slap him. Granddad only did something when it came to protecting his family, and he wasn't gonna fight. You're gonna know what a 38 looked like. That's when granddaddy riled up when you came at his family. Granddad went out here with toxic masculinity. Every time somebody look at him crazy, what the fuck you looking at me for? He ain't do all that. But when you threaten his family, his livelihood, his kids, his wife, then he man up. But other than that, he minded his business. But people knew that if you mess with Mr. Harris, you got problems on your hand. And they didn't mess with him. Because they knew. He wasn't the type of dude that you're going to walk up to and you weren't going to slap him. And he just go, oh, call the police. You in for it. We'll call the police after he done did something to you. For messing with him. Threatening him, not running your mouth. Threats, physical, his family, his wife, his kids, grandkids. Then you got a problem with Mr. Harris, which was my granddad. But other than that, he was a mild-mannered, laid back. He wasn't arguing with my grandma, no fussing, fighting, beating her up, none of that. That's alpha. He ain't arguing with her. He ain't fussing with her. He say this what it is. He lead by example. Ain't nothing getting cut off in here. The refrigerator full of food. That's alpha. But I'm gonna have to get out of here because I'm winding down on time, man. But I appreciate you joining in with me. And keep support. And I appreciate your support.
All right, my brother. Be safe.
Thank you. All right, y'all. I'm gonna send out one more invite, then we're gonna get ready to wrap it up. I want to talk about something right quick. All right. If anybody else want to join in, ask a question, there you go. But I want to talk. I just read a comment, right? One of those about raising taxes on the rich, what have you. And I'm not rich. I ain't got no reason to defend rich people, right? But I keep hearing people that don't understand how the economy works, how business works, how your job works. Saying the Republicans won't raise taxes on the rich, because that's them. I don't know if you listened to me not too long ago. I'm not rich. Joe Biden raised taxes on me. You're a Biden guy. I can tell by your comment. You for the Democrats, the Biden, that love black peoples and the poor people. The Democrat love poor people. They're for the poor people. They're for the rich people. Even though the majority of Democrats are rich, they goddamn self. Y'all so, oh my God. That's why our education system is failing, because they want a dumb society. They want a dumb electorate. They want us dumb so they can stay in power. The Democrats are raising, raise taxes on poor people, working class people. They didn't raise the taxes. Joe Biden didn't raise taxes on no damn rich. He's talking about the Republicans didn't raise taxes on the rich. Show me where Joe Biden raised it on the rich. God damn y'all, some of y'all, man, not all y'all. That's why I ain't trying to, that's why I told somebody I ain't doing politics no more. And I ain't doing religion. People are stuck. Ain't enough wisdom and knowledge in the world to make them people change their mind. Hey, and when I was a diehard Democrat, ain't that nobody could have told me. So I understand. So I will leave y'all alone. Believe what you want to believe. The Democrat is the way. Joe Biden, yeah, he gonna save us. 4 years in, and we in the shitter. But the next 4, he gonna do it. I ain't wrestling with y'all. I ain't going back and forth with y'all. Vote who you want to vote for. I'm gonna stay out here grinding. Trump or Biden, I'm gonna be all right. But a lot of y'all that's taking up for Biden, y'all ain't. When he finished running us on into the ditch, a lot of y'all ain't gonna make it. A lot of y'all ain't gonna make it. Then you're gonna talk shit about how stupid Biden is, but by then it's gonna be too late. Too late. You better go talk to them people in Chicago about the damn Democrats. How they selling them out, the black mayor for the illegal immigrants, taking resources from the poor people in the community that's been there all their lives, black people, and they're giving it to the immigrants, kicking the black community. Something else they don't do. I'm talking about this only going on in Democrat states, cities. When the immigrants come in, guess where they ship them to? Guess where they ship the immigrants to? The black community, the poor community. They don't send them out there where they live at. They're not sending them and letting them live in the schools in the upper class neighborhoods. They send them down there to the poor folks, the black, the have-nots, the people that already need help. They send them down there and taking the resources. People been homeless for years. They ain't sheltering them like that, feeding them. If the homeless get help in America, it's from Salvation Army, something like that, not the government. So y'all keep on buying into the Democrat crap. I'm an independent. I don't care about damn one of them. I go by, I look at what you're doing, your policy. Are you stupid or are you smart? That's all I care about. I don't care about that letter behind your name. So y'all keep on. Keep right on. I'm gonna sit right there and look at your ass. Because what they're gonna end up doing, they're gonna keep sending the money over there to Ukraine and other places, them food stamps that y'all love, the government assistance that they bind y'all with is gonna run out. It's gonna run out. And you ain't got no skills because they don't teach skill. They don't preach, get out and take care of yourself. They tell you, we're gonna take care of you. So they don't teach you how to fish. They give you a fish. Oh, but boy, what about when the fish run out that they ain't got no more to give you? And your ass don't know how to fish. You in trouble. Hey, I told y'all I got videos about how not to give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Y'all can starve, for what I'm concerned. You ain't gotta listen. Democrat got you. Joe Biden, Uncle Joe got you. Trump a racist. That's fine. Go right ahead. I don't care. They need to raise taxes on the rich. The Democrat, the Republicans stopping Joe. Bullshit. Bullshit. The Republicans just stopped Joe Biden from raising taxes on my ass. Joe Biden is rich. Kamala Harris is rich. Nancy Pelosi is rich. Do y'all not get that? It wouldn't benefit Democrats either to raise taxes on the rich, because they rich. But anyway, let me get over here to my, let's go, Alonzo. I've had enough. Alonzo, how you, there you go. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
Hey, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well. How you doing today?
I'm tired, but it's been wonderful. I'm enjoying it.
All right. So I know you looking to close out, so I'm not going to be too long winded. But I like a brief moment. Number one, I do enjoy watching some of your content. For a little bit, for a while now, I've been generally watching in the clouds. But I appreciate your content on masculinity. Part of the thing with masculinity that I see a lot of these men missing out on often is during dating. One of the things that I see them not do all too often is have things like dating in this thing called a budget. One of the things that women are looking for is they're not gold digging, but they may be goal digging, in the sense that when they're looking out and dating, especially in the Black community, this is why we just think splurge, splurge, splurge. What they're looking for is a man who's a good steward of money. So if Cheesecake Factory is the date instead of Shayla's expensive steak, you are letting her know, look, $250 is my budget for the month for us going out, because that's my entertainment budget. Part of the reason I say that, I am a licensed financial advisor. The reason I got into that business, 2008, 3 days before Mother's Day, I got shot 5 times in front of my mother in the Tray 4. That's Winston-Salem, North Carolina. From there, I moved to New York City, met my now wife, and started working at Macy's on 34th Street, Miracle on 34th Street, and then got into life insurance and financial services. Fast forward through today. I got into the business back in 2010. So, but I just wanted to come up here and say that appreciate you, and mention, that aspect of masculinity. It sounds like that's something probably that your grandfather had too, was a specific budget, right? Look, we're gonna spend this on this, and kind of that's how it goes from kind of the things I've heard you say in the past, and even just now today.
Correct.
So,
He said this is how it's going to be in this house, and that's the way it ran. And it ran smoothly. That's what I saw. But he was a man about business. He wasn't just slapping my grandma around, telling her what she going to do, and he laying up with his feet up on the couch, drinking beer, drunk, passed out. He was about business.
Mm-hmm.
My grandmother saw that my grandfather was a man.
Mm.
So therefore, she saw that my grandfather was somebody that she can trust to lead her correctly. He knew where he was going. So she didn't mind following him. A woman can sense when a man don't know what the hell he's talking about. The problem is the man a lot of times don't know that he don't know what the hell he's talking about. So he'll be pissed off at the woman for realizing something about him that he haven't realized. That you don't know where you're going, player. She's not going to follow you off that cliff. It is what it is. But I got to wrap it up. I got one more behind you, bro. I appreciate you coming in, man. And we're going to keep this thing going. This is just the first night, but not the last night. So you're always welcome to come in, all right?
No doubt. I got a channel too, but I'll talk about that next time.
I appreciate it.
Peace, brother.
All right, Sammy, you're on deck.
Hey, brother. I appreciate you. It's a pleasure to see you. Pretty good, pretty good. Contacting you all the way from Chicago in the southwest suburbs.
Oh, yeah. You're on the good side or the bad side?
On the good side, actually. On the good side.
I want to hear no gunshots in the background.
I know. But I just wanted to say thank you, because, for your wisdom and your stewardship, and the talking with the brothers on issues on life. because I'm in my 40s and stuff. So, you know, I tend to relate to the gentlemen and the guys that are like big brother figures in their
Yeah.
50s, 52, somewhere around 53 or so. And we're not as far off with the guys from Generation X tuning in to life's reality. You know, it's sort of like we were sort of raised and groomed together, and we don't have those fathers that we had. And
Right.
so the video that touched me the most that you had made was concerning that of fathers, and you were relating to not having your dad and seeing him, you know, dealing the drugs and stuff to him, and he didn't even know that you were his son. But
Yeah.
you said something deep that really hit home, and that was sort of like, for me, being able to still overlook the discretion that he did and not being in your life, but still being the bigger man and the bigger person to still be there to do things as much as you can do for him. Now, my dad, he had 10 kids. You know, he had 4 boys. We were all twins and a lot of girls. And there wasn't much of anybody in his life because he had his wild Rick James lifestyle. But
Right.
I was able to overlook all of that, even though he wasn't there for a good segment of my life. My mother and him had divorced somewhere around 96 or something like that. And I was about 13 years old at that time. But somewhere in my 30s, when he did come back, I was able to be the bigger man. And because I didn't have any kids or any children or even that of a significant other around that time when he did come back, I was able to be mature about the situations because he sat down and he talked to me. And I had a lot of resentment, but there was no other of his kids there, of all the 10 of my siblings, that was there for him. So when he died in 2020, 2 years ago, it blessed me that I did over the abundance of enough to be there in his life and to be by his bedside. And so I say that to say thank you for that insightful wisdom, that despite anything that your parents go through, you still in this world knowing that you were born to one father and to one mother. And I want to say kudos to you because I look forward to hearing you on the road when I drive and stuff every morning, every day. And you got the jokes and stuff coming, and it just be on top. So I know you got your big sleep and all, but I just appreciate you, big brother. And I'm one of your earlier day ones too. So God bless you, my brother. And I just wanted to say thank you and keep going. You made me a thinker. You put that in me. And so I know you were talking a little bit about the religion and the politics earlier, but I also noticed too that the more you take an aerial view of politics and religion, you start to see that there's some puppeteers behind the strings that are pulling things that make the masses dumb sheep. And so
Right.
I got all of that because whether it's the preachers and big mega churches that are dense in the mass, for them to critically think, all that group, you know, we're all not a monolith. We can think for ourselves. And you brought that home to us. Whether Democrat or Republican or all of that stuff, look at what people have done for policies and how it affects your money. That way you can stay sharp and skilled to know how to plan easily and what to do. And that's what made me successful, even in relationships, to stay by yourself, upgrading, always scale up, save your money. You gave us that goal to save $10,000, to save more than that so you don't stay broke. Scale up. And so with big dreams, like you say, put it out there. It's the law of attraction. And I grew from that. And so your words has never fallen to the ground, Big Ward. And I want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you,
Man,
brother.
I appreciate that, man. And stay safe out there and have a good night. And I hope to see you again on here.
You got it,
appreciate
Big Ward.
Thank
Brother.
you. All right, y'all. Been a long, Lord, look at the time. I thank y'all for tuning in. I think it was a success. And I don't know if it was because I was paying more attention to the callers other than the comments. So I don't know if it was a lot of trolls in there, but if it was, I thank y'all for hanging in here anyway and ignoring them. Now, some I would like to see going farther in the future. I would like for more women to check in, right? I would like more women to check in. And because I remember before I got this, there was a lot of women in the comment section when I was going live. Big what I want to get on with you. I want to tell you about yourself. Blah 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 blah. Right. So I need y'all to show up. So now, if you got a problem with what I'm saying or how my views, you can talk to me about it and tell me what your problem is, what you don't like about what I'm saying, and I can guarantee you I can change your mind. I guarantee you I can show you where I'm coming from, to where you will be like, oh, my bad. I hated you, but I like you now. I guarantee, listen, women, if you hate me or whatever, you think I'm gay, you think I hate women, come on. Talk to me. Tell me why you think that way. Not that let get this straight. I ain't trying to change if you think whatever, if you hate me. I'm not trying to change that. I just want you to tell me out of your mouth, not in the comment section, typing. I want you to be woman enough, show up on the screen, and talk woman to man, grown up to grown up. Big Ward, you said this, and I felt this way about it. I think you hate women. I think you gay. Whatever you tell me, and we can talk about it. I don't see none of y'all now, because now you got to prove your point. You can't just type and roll. You got to prove your point. You got to get on here and tell me where I'm wrong. I'm gonna get about a couple more minutes. I just sent the link out in case one more. I got time for one more person, and then I got to wrap it up. So until then, I'm hoping that a woman jump on here. Whether you agree with me or disagree with me, let's talk about it. But if not, I understand. You just a keyboard warrior. Big Ward, you don't know what you talking about. You stupid. Okay, tell me why. Tell me why. But anyway, now back to this topic about if billionaires pay their fair share of taxes, okay, Mr. Man that working at the warehouse, if a billionaire paid $100 million in taxes this year, how's that gonna help you? Somebody help me here. To the guy who feels that the millionaires and billionaires need to pay their fair share of taxes, but you don't know what the hell they're paying. You don't know how the tax rate go. You don't know none of that. You're just talking. I'm not a millionaire or billionaire. Maybe we will be one day, but as of right now, I'm not. So I don't know none. I ain't got none that's gonna pay me if I go in here and defend them. I know some millionaires, and the ones I know pay a gang of taxes. I know millionaires, and they pay taxes. See, y'all getting millionaires and billionaires confused with corporations. Corporations don't really pay taxes. They get taxed, but they pass it down to the consumer. So it's like they don't pay taxes. The more money you make, the more you create jobs, you get tax write-off, because you still, even though you ain't paying taxes out of your pocket, you still creating income for the country because you're providing jobs. The way that the billionaires pay Only millionaires and billionaires that don't pay a lot of taxes are business owners. Ask the football player about how he ain't getting taxed. Ask the entertainer. They locked Wesley Snipes' ass up for not paying his taxes. The IRS came after Red Fox. I don't know if y'all remember that, for not paying his taxes. Millionaires get taxed more than the average citizen. Their tax rate is like 45, 50%. Let me repeat that. I'm not a millionaire. I just don't like bullshit. I don't like lies. I don't like sheep. See, your Democrat leaders, whatever you want to call them, puppet masters, got y'all broke ass thinking that the Republicans won't tax the rich. That's why you ain't got shit. It ain't called our dumbass policies. You ain't got nothing because of the Republicans. They won't tax the rich. When the rich, if there's anybody on here that's rich, they know what I ain't talking about business owners. Cause business, I run a business. Business owners have tax deductions because they have a business. Job creation. It's meant to spur growth in the economy. That's why businesses, corporations don't pay a lot of taxes, because they pay into the economy another way by giving you somewhere to work. Now, regular millionaires, like if I was a millionaire, they would tax the shit out of me. Yeah, Ron Isley. There are plenty of millionaires getting their head bust with taxes. If millionaires and billionaires pay their fair share, no, we talking, you getting that confused with corporations and businesses. They get taxed right off. The American, exactly, IRS is hiring to come after us. Us is anybody. You can be a millionaire. I wish I had some people, because a lot of times a millionaire ain't gonna tell you that they're a millionaire because they don't want anybody to know. But if somebody on here happen to be a millionaire right now, that's not a big corporation owner, like say for instance, you're an athlete, rapper, what have you. Them folks be in trouble all the time. Mary J. Blige, a lot of folks. Let me get rid of you, bust ass nigga. Hold on. I'm getting rid of some haters, y'all. Just because. All right. So, for y'all that have been convinced by your Democrats, you know, Occupy Democrat or whatever the hell them pages on Facebook, they need to tax. The problem is they ain't taxing the millionaires and billionaires. That's why you broke. As if they're gonna go tax the billionaire and get the money to you. They can take half the billionaire money, you still gonna be broke. Exactly, Ja Rule. There's plenty of examples of millionaires that's getting taxed to death. It depends on what type of millionaire you are. What type of billionaire you are. Other than that, they pay more taxes than we do. You talking about they ain't paying their fair share of taxes. They pay more than the average citizen. Hold on, y'all. We got uh-oh. I see you. Hey, girl.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Doing pretty good.
So what's on your mind?
Well, I've been following you for a little minute, and I tend to agree with a lot of what you say. Not everything as a woman, but some things you say are pretty on point.
That's fine.
As far as the topic of politics, which is funny, you say you're not going to talk about it, but you're talking about it.
I'm sorry. You should know me by now.
Yes. It is a pretty interesting time that we're in right now with terms of the economy and the irony of who are supposed to be in the interest of the underdog, so to speak. But it's hopefully it gets better. Of course, you've talked about the corruption and thoughts on that with Trump convictions and is that strategy or not. There's a lot of debate about that right now and if that's going to impact the election. And
Can I ask
if
you a
it was just,
question?
yes.
If you're not afraid to answer,
Okay.
what do you think? Do you think it's a tactic, or do you think they really care about getting him off the street because he's such a danger to society because he paid Stormy Daniels?
Well, everything in politics, that's the nature of politics. You can't be in politics without there being some type of extra edge. And everyone that's
Exactly.
in politics tends to have some sort of dirt or something on them. You can't really get that high
Thank you.
without there being something.
Thank you.
That's just a fact.
Okay. I like your mind.
Well,
Just
you know,
being
I worked in government and politics to a certain extent, so I understand it.
okay. So what are you doing on this Saturday night?
Well, I just so happened to catch you live today. And I was like, oh, okay. So this is like your second time. I think you had a test the other day. So I said, you know, I never join anything, but you were looking for a woman to join. So I said, well, I guess I'll be a a test candidate.
Yeah, you are a woman.
Yes, that I am.
Uh-huh. And born woman.
And what?
And
Sorry.
you were born a woman too, I can tell you.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
I had to throw that
Oh, you
little,
say you gotta ask these days, right?
yeah.
Yes.
So, well, I appreciate you for joining in. Don't be a stranger. Did you have anything else on your mind? But besides, I want to hear about what you don't agree with me about.
Oh, of
Like you
course you
don't
don't
agree
want to
with me
hear
on
that.
everything. Huh?
Of course you don't want to hear disagreement. No, I really truly don't have much disagreement. I think you tend to give a lot of good advice to a lot of hopefully young men that's listening to you. Because it seems like there's a lack of elders out here for them, with the epidemic being the way it is. And
They stupid nowadays.
yeah,
The elders are
unfortunately.
goofy.
Yes. Yes. Yeah,
So
a lot of
better learn from. I see the older guy with the baseball cap turned to the back, pants sagging. You know, like
mhm.
60 years old. Like, what are you doing, bro? So
Yeah, it's unfortunate that a lot of older people now are kind of having the Peter Pan syndrome, as they call it.
yeah,
Nobody wants to grow up, and now everyone wants to kind of keep up with the young people. So, um, you know, it's better to it's okay to somewhat relate, but they say like, you know, the generation now that's the elders closest to the younger people, we're the first hip hop generation. So that makes a difference because, you know, hip hop 50 years old and, you know, so you're dealing with people in that age group. So maybe there's more of a problem with the separation. That's what I think. That's part of the problem, even though they've changed hip hop quite a bit.
right.
Recently, it's not like it was the way it started out at all. So
Well, this is not good music now. So
no, it's
that's part of
totally
the problem
different.
with what we got going on.
Yes, we had more of metaphors and you know, things are like this, but now everything's so vulgar and just in your face. It's just, you know, we had to think what were they talking about in the song for a lot of times.
Right.
Now it's vulgar in your face. Like you almost blush at some of the things that's well, you can blush on some of these songs of the things that they say. So
Right. Well, I'm really appreciative of you showing up, not being afraid, and make sure you come back. And I'm about to
sure.
wrap this thing up.
Yes,
you
it's
have a
late.
good night and be careful and have a blessed weekend, okay?
You too. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, y'all. I got a few people. Let me block some right now. Y'all need to just block some of y'all get the hell up. But she can't never come back. Y'all don't appreciate. So I'm gonna wrap this up, y'all. It is late. I'm tired. I ain't know I was gonna go this long. And time flew by. It really did. For my very first official. I'm gonna be upgrading some things as far as we'll see. But I appreciate y'all. I'm tired. I don't know if y'all tired. It's late. Well, it's what 10:39. I don't know what time it is where you from, but it's 10:39 here. Thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate it. I'm gonna do this if God's will and the creek don't rise. I'm gonna do this every Saturday night, unless the demand for it increases. But until then, it'll just be on Saturday night, unless y'all request that I do it more. But it won't be no damn 3 hours, I promise you that. But unless y'all request for more, it'll be Saturday night. Big War, go hard. Get it, got it, good. Bye.